Being a landlord can be a great way to build wealth, but it can also drain your wallet if you fall into the same traps many landlords do. In this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 costly mistakes that landlords make, from tenant issues to money leaks, and I'll do my best to show you how to avoid them. Whether you've just bought your first rental or you've been managing for years, these tips can save you stress, time, and thousands of dollars. So let's get started. Hi, my name's Ryan Fred, and I'm with Real Property Management Ignite. I've been helping landlords and investors in Central Oregon for over 20 years, specializing in leasing and managing residential rental properties. My goal is to make rental property ownership stress-free, profitable, and great again. One big mistake landlords make is buying the wrong investment property. Here's the problem. If you buy the wrong property, you're starting off on the wrong foot before you even get your first tenant. For example, a property might look great on paper, but if the rent it can generate doesn't actually cover your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and maintenance, you'll end up paying out of pocket every month, and that's negative cash flow. Location is another huge factor. A house that seems like a bargain in a weak rental market often sits vacant longer, attracts riskier tenants, or appreciates much slower than a place in the right neighborhood. Then there's the issue of ongoing expenses. Older homes or fixer-uppers might look affordable up front, but constant repairs can eat away at your profits fast. And don't forget your tenant pool. If you buy a property that doesn't match what renters in the area are looking for, like a big 4-bedroom home in a market full of singles and young professionals, you're going to struggle with demand. Finally, always check local rules and restrictions. In some places, HOAs, zoning laws, or even city ordinances can limit what you're allowed to do with your rental. Here in Bend, for example, short-term rentals have specific restrictions. So if you bought a property counting on Airbnb income, you might be out of luck. The good news is, this mistake is avoidable. Run the numbers first. Check your cash flow, cap rate, and appreciation potential. Research your local rental market so you know what's in demand. Get a solid home inspection, talk to a property manager before you buy. They'll tell you what rents quickly and what tends to sit vacant. Because at the end of the day, no amount of good management can fix a bad property. Choosing the right one up front is the foundation of every successful rental investment. One of the most common and costly mistakes landlords make is skipping the tenant screening. It might seem like a time saver to just rent your property to the first person that comes along, but a bad tenant can cost you thousands. We're talking unpaid rent, property damage, and even legal fees if you have to go through an eviction. Here's the thing. Proper screening isn't just a nice to have, it's essential. That means running background checks, verifying income, checking rental history, and calling references. It's all about minimizing risk before a lease is signed. Skipping this step might seem faster up front, but it can lead to months of headaches, repairs, and lost income. A well-screened tenant, on the other hand, pays rent on time, treats your property well, and stays longer, giving you consistent cash flow and peace of mind. The bottom line, take time to screen every tenant thoroughly. It's an upfront investment in your property's safety and your financial future, and it can save you thousands down the road. Another costly mistake landlords make is neglecting regular property inspections. It's easy to think, if the tenants aren't complaining, everything must be fine. But small issues can quickly turn into major problems if left unchecked. Leaks, mold, pest problems, or even minor wear and tear can escalate into expensive repairs, most of the time costing thousands more than a routine inspection would have. Regular inspections allow you to catch problems early, keep your property in top condition, and maintain a good relationship with your tenants. They also help ensure that your tenants are following the lease agreement and taking care of the property. The key is to schedule inspections consistently, whether it's quarterly, semi-annually, or as allowed by local law, and document everything. This protects your investment and gives you peace of mind that your property is being maintained properly. So before we get into the next mistake we see landlords make, I just want to take a quick minute to tell you about Real Property Management Ignite. Our team works with investors every week to help them identify which properties in which neighborhoods will best suit their portfolio. We use tools like our proprietary Wealth Optimizer software to create 2, 3, 5, and 10-year profit and loss projections for each property to help them determine if it's a good investment. If you've got a couple properties you're considering, please reach out and let us run some numbers for you. We'd love to help. One of the most common mistakes that landlords make is delaying maintenance repairs. It might seem like a small issue at first, a leaky faucet, a broken appliance, or a minor roof leak. But ignoring it can quickly turn into a much bigger and more expensive problem. Water damage, mold growth, and structural issues can cost thousands of dollars if left unchecked. Regular maintenance isn't just about protecting your property, though. It also helps keep tenants happy, and that reduces the risk of vacancies. Tenants are far more likely to stay in a rental that's well maintained and properly repaired. The solution is simple. Address repair requests, schedule regular inspections, and keep maintenance plan in place. Spending a little now can save you thousands later and protect the long-term value of your investment. Another costly mistake landlords often make is mishandling tenant turnovers. When a tenant moves out, it's easy to let things slide, but delays or disorganization can be expensive. Vacancies mean lost rental income, and if the property isn't cleaned, repaired, and listed promptly, it can sit empty for weeks. Mishandling turnovers can also impact your tenant pool. Slow responses, poor communication, or unprepared properties can turn away quality renters, leaving you stuck with longer vacancies and less reliable tenants. So to avoid this, have a system in place for inspections, repairs, cleaning, and marketing as soon as that tenant gives you notice. The faster you turn a unit, the less money you lose, and the better chances you have of attracting great tenants. Smooth tenant turnover keeps your cash flow strong, your property in great condition, and your rental business running efficiently. By avoiding these 5 mistakes, you'll save money, avoid unnecessary headaches, and increase your property's profitability. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with more tips. If you faced any of these issues as a property owner, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences.